And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Planet Crafter. In the previous one, we went ahead and upgraded a bunch of our stuff to Tier 2. And I think to continue doing more improvements, we really want to go ahead and get more aluminum. And right now, our main source of aluminum is exploring crashed wrecks. So we're going to move over to one of our distant bases. And from that distance base, we can actually see another crashed wreck. So we're going to go ahead and set up a new base next to that crashed wreck for exploration. Off over here. Set up the base, I'm going to want 3 pieces of iron, 2 of titanium, 1 of silicon. You can see the crash from here. It's 1 piece of titanium or 2 pieces of titanium? 2 pieces of titanium. So I need another of iron, another of titanium, and a silicon. I'll quickly set up a base next to that crash. There we go. Door. Probably don't. We're close enough to the base over there. I don't think I need another crafter here. Let's start exploring this crash. Seed. Take the aluminum and the food, because we can't yet make food. Take the blueprint chip. If I want different space suits, a couple different space suits there, we'll leave those there for the moment. Seed and seed. Some seed. Got double bed, decorative sort of stuff. Another chest, more food. More aluminum. Aluminum's the main thing we're here for. Disassemble you. Get you out of the way, although still a little bit of effort to get through here with the all disassembly. Tier 2 heater. Whoops, I did not have enough inventory space for the whole thing there. See if I can clear enough inventory space so I can pick up the bits here. Twitch saying, I don't remember what wreck it is, either this one or the other one close to the drop pod, but one of them has a wall that can be disassembled. Yeah, I know there's some secret walls for disassembly. I'm not sure. You might need a special tool for that. I might not have the tool for that yet. Let's quickly get some oxygen here. Drop a... Oh, I dropped all my iron, so I don't have any iron to make a chest out of. It's a small mistake. Okay. Run back to the next closest storage. But yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to re-explore these wrecks later on as we pick up more and more other stuff. The first wreck we explored had a fusion core that you can power up to get some more spaces to explore in there. Actually, running over here didn't help much. Gonna have to run the rest of the way back or drink some water. Drink some water and run. Actually, we'll still run the rest of the way back because we'll make use of that chip. They're just saying, no, it's just the basic dissimilar, but it's difficult to find. Okay. Then I don't think it was probably the first one, because I think I had the disassembler on quite a bit in the first one, just to check for disassembly bits. It's probably the second one we're looking at. No, actually, we can put some seeds in here. We're gonna run out of space real quick. Put more seeds in here. And then eco the microchip. Tier 3 mining speed. Okay. We'll see if we can find one in this second wreck. Okay, there's the oxygen. Keep running. If we can find some iron, we'll stick a chest in the box I have over there. Are you iron? You're iron. There we go. Good chat saying it might be best not to look for it because of how the chests work. The rarity of the loot inside is based on your current terraforming level, and once you've looked at the chest, it doesn't change. That's a good thing to remember. So there is maybe a purpose to not over exploring if you haven't built the stuff you can currently build. Get the terraforming level up a little bit higher. Through here before, so I can get through there. Food grower, that's useful. Pick up the missing bits here for our heater level 2. Take the blueprint chip, no. Aluminum, space food. Squash. Still stuff in there. Transmissions, communication antenna. Okay. Just saying, yes, I overexplored my first world, and I softlocked myself because I couldn't get the needed resources without waiting hours. I've heard a lot of commenting on that you're supposed to be getting a lot of the, asteroid packet to land. It's pretty easy to run out of resources if you don't know where to mine. You don't make enough landing packets. Iron, magnesium, silicon to get a tier 2 solar panel. That's probably what we should go for. Gonna use a little bit of that aluminum we found. That's probably fine. pieces of aluminum. Let's put them in here and we'll go back in exploring. Oh, I'm running a little low on water. I should probably grab some... Well, actually, I don't have the ability to craft it here, so we'll wait a little bit on the water. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you want to catch the later parts in the stream, they should be uploaded to YouTube, or you can watch the Twitch VOD. The Twitch VOD does stay up for 14 days after the stream, so it'll be uploaded to YouTube before it comes down off of Twitch, but even if it isn't uploaded by the next stream, you can catch it on YouTube, or you can catch it still in the VOD. Guess I'm yammering here because I'm trying to get through the wreck at the same time. Yep, hope you have a nice night. Obviously, we're going to keep streaming here, so if you want to catch it later at your convenience, it'll be on Twitch the next 14 days, and I think this part will be up on YouTube. Well, this part will be up on YouTube in 5 days. The next part will be up in 6 days. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's today and tomorrow, the parts. Because things are delayed a little bit for YouTube. Fair, we have asteroids coming down, so these are often lootable. Later on, you can use them to farm specific resources that can be hard to find otherwise. There we go. So I think we've looted everything in here. Don't yet have the ability to collect the stuff out of those items, so we'll be back here for later looting. What do I need to set up a crafting station here? Silicon? I find a silicon quickly amongst my junk. And if we go grab some ice, which should still be relatively abundant on the surface, and hydrate ourselves with that. Anyway, we're going to leave most of the stuff here. I'm actually going to move the base... Well, I'm going to start moving the base to higher land. If you didn't get the spoilers already, the area where we currently have our base is actually below the surface of sea level on the planet once we actually get the ocean going. At some point, we're going to have to relocate to higher land. And at some point, I just want a bigger base. So we're going to basically set up here take advantage of the fact that we got a big flat area up here instead of set up a base in the bigger area. Oops, some aluminum from probably an asteroid. The loose stuff from asteroids don't stay there indefinitely. So if you're interested in picking up asteroid debris stuff, you do need to check up on it. Yeah, what do we pick up? We picked up food grower, so we probably want to grow food grower, set a food grower up soon. We picked up the communication array. Oh, and I left the chip there. That was maybe inconvenient. What do I want to set up the base? We're going to basically build a big living compartment, probably 4 of them. Do you want to do a foundation grid? Put them on a foundation grid? Maybe. Tier 3 drill, so we can get atmosphere generation going quicker that way. What do I need for the tier 3 drill? A lot of aluminum. Okay. Jump up on that pretty easily. If, say, put a living compartment up on that. It'll look at least a little bit less like it's floating. Need a silicon. You need one right there. And the alternative is to set it up higher and have stairs coming up to it. Well, I could probably put the stairs submerged like so. Really short lamp. Maybe not very necessary there because we've got the thing otherwise fairly low, but... Oh, I'm out of iron. Need some more iron from the environment if we're going to build that. Iron and titanium. Good thing iron and titanium, once you start looking for them, are pretty common. Get some oxygen like so. Pop that out again. Some magnesium. Oh, my inventory's full. need more iron for that. I think it's silicon I keep picking up, thinking it's iron, and then it's not iron. There's iron, there's iron. That should be enough to get the last of the building blocks in that I want. I think we can make this a 2x2. Okay, we physically didn't need the supports really to make it work. But we now have a much bigger space. Now if we can find some iron, we can start building the crafter in there and getting a bigger spot. Set the crafter up conveniently next to the door, so we don't have to be looking for it. And at some point we'll get bigger storage. Let's start with you. I don't need to be carrying around quite this much food. Okay. So what do I need for a table? I actually want 2 tables, just a bunch of iron. Okay. Lockers. Let me guess that's the better storage. Yeah, 3 iron instead of 1, but I think it holds like twice as much and same sort of footprint on the base. Hydrate, and then we're going to start actually disassembling the stuff and moving it to the new one. Okay. So I'm mostly going to disassemble the stuff that we want to check up on a semi-regular basis. Now that we've got a bigger space for it. I won't bother to move everything from down there, because, well, we don't need to. Okay, so, screen. This is the wall screen. It's another one of the wall screens. And then transmission's one of the table ones. Okay, so set up a table. This will sort of be in the way of the terraforming one, but that'll be fine. Blueprint. Energy levels. And transmissions, if I had silicon. Probably have silicon, I probably have it in the chest over here. Yeah, there we go. So, no communication antenna yet. Want to set one of those up, just so we can get some suggestions from the game on what to do next. So looking like so. Pop outside. There we go. I think that's far enough away that it doesn't clip the building. Yeah. Message from Sentinel Core. So this is the initial one you get on landing. You've chosen to not make the message. Convict. You have chosen to have your census commuted to extradition. To get all the charges against you dropped, you must fully transform this planet. Our census will periodically scan your progress and send you the required blueprints. Do not try to contact them. If your census do not detect any advancement in the terraformation process, you will be considered missing, and the charges will not be dropped. You cannot claim ownership or value over anything on the planet. You are only allowed to use the resources found on the planet to increase the terraforming index. You are not allowed to leave the planet until the terraforming is complete. And then we got a message from cargo ship Corellia 4 this morning on the 17th day of space travel to Stigmar. Our ship inexorably exited hyperspace velocity. So this was the message we got in the first wreck. Hyperspace velocity, the navigation tools went crazy and the ship lost power as if it had been drained by some exterior thing. We are going to try and make an emergency landing on the unreported planet. Not sure what we'll find. There seems to be a huge storm on the surface of this planet. I hope we'll make it. So, this is in relation to sort of the hidden story of this game. Although by itself, probably not enough to give much of the story away. Drop that eye in the chest for the moment. And we'll run over to this box over here and grab some of our valuables out of it. Although, weirdly, what I consider valuable right now is actually iron. I do need the iron to build the storage chests I want. The cobalt here. Take the splash seed. And we're about a third of the way to that goal in the upper left to reach a blue sky. You can see the sky is bluing. It's a bit purple. Actually, I'm probably going to want another one of those. Okay, so let's make you food. Let's decode that ship. Living compartment corner. I think that's a rounded corner. Comes with those windows, which is nice. You know, we can test that out. What I need is just a piece of cobalt, right? Apparently not carrying cobalt. New message received. Your planet specifications. Identification unnamed. Corporation ownership unclaimed. Habitability level null. Sector, Itzala Prime, history unknown. Planet named is located in Itzala Prime sector, a pre-civilization sector, crossed mostly by trade ships traveling between big spaceports. Sector has 842 planets, blah 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 blah. 7,000 parsecs all wide. The planet has been identified as a possible candidate for future colonization. So So that's why we're here to terraform it. Oh, and I need iron. Okay, well, let's grab the gold. Yeah, so it's a corner. That's what it says. With windows. So we can get some free windows this way. So we can actually see some stuff outdoors while we're inside. Also makes the place a little bit more roomy. Yes, I probably would benefit from having a door there. Although I'm out of iron, so I'm gonna have to get go and get some more iron and more the other component for the door. Silicon. Actually, I'm just short on silicon. That actually makes it a little easier. Means I'm only looking for one thing. There we go. Some silicon. Probably do some ice as well to make water. Maybe. Maybe we'll get the compass in a bit. First we're gonna get this door in. Yeah, I don't even need. I have a ladder on this side. We don't need the ladder. Ladder's not necessary. Okay, let's get some food growers so we're not at any risk of running out of food. For that, I need iron and water bottles. So ice is water, so that's 1, 2. I think we'll build like 4 of these. 3, 4. Iron. Oh, and is that aluminum as well? That is aluminum as well. I'm gonna go through most of our aluminum pretty quickly with this. Like 1 piece of aluminum short. Or 1 piece of iron short. 1 piece of aluminum surplus. Find something else to do with the aluminum. It's not going to be a hard thing to do. Heck, the aluminum probably end up in a solar panel. It's titanium. Oh, I've got to turn the ice into water first. Just got the achievement for my first food grower, and yeah, we did lose power. I know I lost power. Get that fixed in a moment. Iron and silicon. And aluminum. So I'm only going to be able to build one with the aluminum we have. Oh, and cobalt. So I got the cobalt. Okay, so iron and silicon. And I don't think we got any usable in these chests. Don't have any usable over here. Warning, low power. Yeah, we got low power. Nothing's working right now because the power's out. Brownout. Brownout in this game's a little bit harsher than it is in Subnautica. And I need the iron, right? So grab you, and we'll run back up to the high area here, so that the solar power doesn't need to be moved. Although I might not be putting it high enough altitude here. Oh, that's not enough power. Well, I don't know where we're going to get more aluminum from, so we're going to go back to tier 1, which is cobalt, silicon, and iron. So I need more cobalt, need more silicon, need more iron. Still not enough power. Need to run and grab some oxygen. I could technically be using the cobalt to make oxygen tanks, or single-use oxygen tanks, I'm just not. Because I'm not usually that far away from the base. There we go, rebuild on that. Iron short. It's still not enough power. This is one of the problems of setting a bunch of stuff up and not really thinking about what the power consumption is going to be ahead of time. Oh, cobalt's short. Cobalt's at least the easy one to find. How much am I off on the power requirements? Another 7, let's say. So what, I need 2 more solar panels? Yeah, probably you say 2. So 2 more pieces of iron and like 4 more pieces of cobalt. Yeah, it's silicon. That's not what I'm looking for. At this point, we're really looking just for 2 pieces of iron. You iron? Yeah. Yeah, so that wasn't enough, so I need 1 more piece of iron, and then the next one should actually bring the power grid back online. Get us progressing again in terraforming. There we go. Squash. Let's get one of these growing squash. Now, these plant growers, which we just used up a bunch of power on, is not helping with terraforming. It actually just makes us food. But at some point, our character is going to, you know, need to eat. And while a lot of the loot is pre-made food, pre-made space food, eventually we're going to run out of places to loot, and the space food will dry up. Anyway, this we'll be able to get probably plenty of food being made. We're going to have to be back on the lookout for more aluminum, because we're going to probably want more aluminum-based upgrades to the terraforming, right? Or at least aluminum-based upgrades of the power. Piece of aluminum goes into the tier 2 solar. So we got eggplant in... No, I got squash in you. There's squash, squash, eggplant, eggplant. I'm gonna make this the plant storage. Take a moment to drag all the valuables to one place. And then we'll debate what we're going to do next. If I had the aluminum, the compass would not be a bad thing, and the mining speed upgrades wouldn't be the bad thing, although we've got a shortage of aluminum, really. I got the tier 1. thing blue like a chest, but it's actually my solar panel over there. Build you up. Actually, how comes along the state? So we just got lockers. Not too worried about the double bed. Next is the advanced craft station, quite a way out. That's at, notably that's when we get blue sky, so that's the objective we're being prodded towards. And the next oxygen generator is the next oxygen reward. Biodome, which is a different way of getting oxygen. Pops up at 100,000 heat. We do have drill 3s. I don't think I've actually set up any drill 3s. That's the nuclear reactor. Theory, that would probably be a pretty good source for power, although we're a little way off from that. I don't think we have that much uranium either. I've been pulling a little bit from Rex. I think I know where the uranium mine is, but until we get miners, the uranium mine is going to be one large deposit of uranium, and that's going to be it. Yeah, so there's another piece of uranium. A little bit more seeds here. I'll pick these up on the way back. I'm going to check the base we have next to the mine up there. I don't think there's anything necessarily want from that chest. I may loot that chest later, because minerals are minerals, but not a rush. Same sort of logic with what's in the chest up here. Depending on what's in the chest up here, I might just leave them. Don't need to move everything, but just certain things that are somewhat more valuable than others. I think iron's not worth it. Fabric's probably not worth it, and you're empty. Okay. Make it a little bit more conveniently packed. Yeah, we need aluminum for the tier 1, or the tier 2, so we're going to tier 1 for the moment. Until we source out more aluminium. The aluminium every once in a while is just straight falling from the sky, so even if we're not going out our way to look for it, it'll find us. Yeah, we'll grab the uranium from this base. Begin the process of moving stuff over to the new base. New message, okay. I'm not going to worry about moving the tubes yet. We've got enough seeds that we can just replant using new seeds when we hit tier 3. See what that message is. That might be one of the cryptic messages giving us hints that the base might flood. Message from Riley. Finally, or hello, I finally managed to locate the system they sent you to. I don't have much time, but I'll try to give you some advice. The success rate for planet crafters is very low because it's almost an impossible task. You should find some space food in your pod and maybe in space wrecks. You'll be able to grow food when you meet the correct requirements. We reached that already. So try to find some vegetable seeds. Exploration improvements are essential. Explore and improve your equipment to increase your chances as well. Hope this message reaches you. Yes, it has reached us, and has reached us reasonably well. Yeah, I suppose the drill is the next thing that we'd probably be building, but that's a lot of aluminum. A lot of aluminum. Okay, so this one's my seed storage. I'll put seeds in there. These two are the sort of random ones. So we're up to 3 uranium. I don't know how much we need for the nuclear power plant offhand, although we'll be finding out soon. Well, I say soon. We're about a sixth of the way to the nuclear reactor. Pressure-wise, if we want to make that go faster, we're going to probably need to set up tier 3 drills, which means we need more aluminum. Biodome's going to be good for air. Veggie-tube's going to be good for air. Getting really close to being able to do the tier 3 veggie-tubes, so that'd be nice to set up here. Okay. So we got everything basically set up, so I think it's the hunt for aluminum right now while we're waiting for things to happen. Our plants are growing, but they're not ready. They're about half ready. The aluminum mine is, if you see sort of those silvery bits coming out over there, that's the aluminum mine area. I'm not sure how much surface aluminum is going to be over there, but I think that's where we're going to go check next. But as it is, I think it is time for a part break. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. We will continue recording during the session. We're going to do one recording portion, which will be about the same length as the last couple, about 40-45 minutes. I went a little long on this one. Where we're going to be looking for aluminum, so we can build more terraforming devices. More high-tier terraforming devices. Oh, technically, we could build the low tier pretty easily, but we need more aluminum to build the better stuff. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.